recently we're seeing a lot of blockbuster sequences coming from Hollywood.
Sequels.
Yeah. So, do you think this is a lazy way out or a safe?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. But some stories, earn and deserve part 2, part 3, part 4. It's just the way it is, and I totally understand that as well, because the greatest films that you see are the ones where you start to feel the end of the film is coming, and you just want it to keep going. You want to stay in that world, and that's the way people felt about Gladiator when they saw it, for sure. But when people were asking us to do a sequel back in the day, after it had just come out, it felt to both Ridley and I that it had earned a certain legacy as a film, particularly when it became won the Oscar for Best Film, And one of those reasons that it did capture everybody's imagination, because it was kind of brutal, We made them fall in love with the character, and then we killed that character, But now, it's a long time later, and it's still such a rich and interesting world. It's a great idea that Ridley's doing it again now, because it's not so directly just about commerce. You know what I mean? So he's been thinking about it a long time. He has a very sure and clear idea how he would tell a second story. It's not a remake, it's a different story altogether. So, I do understand, but the repetition of storylines, out of Hollywood, let's say. Yeah, to me, it is what you described. I think it's a little lazy, AI might shake things up a little bit and make people focus on original material again, But you've probably noticed in my career, I've never done a sequel. I look for fresh ground. I want to read that script. It makes me feel like I haven't approached a character like that before. I've got 3 movies coming out in the next 12 months. Craven the Hunter, where I play a Russian oligarch. I've got Land of Bad, where I play a drone operator in American Special Forces. And then I've got a film called Sleeping Dogs, where it's a really interesting story. See, that's what I look for. See, Sleeping Dogs, I read that script, I get excited, I get goosebumps on my skin, I go, wow, and I can see the movie already in my head, and I see people responding to it. That's a story about a guy who's a retired detective. He's retired because he has Alzheimer's and a few other diseases like that coming on him because of the physical nature of his life. He's tasked with looking into an old case of his, right? So he's doing this cranial surgery to get his brain working again, and he starts looking into this old case. And the bits of memory that he does have don't match up to what's in the file. So he becomes absolutely certain that somebody has adjusted the information in this file. And then you get to a point in the story where he realizes it was him.